I'm doing good. How about y'all?
Doing well. How's your off season been?
Off season went pretty well. Enjoyed it. Spent some time with my family. Had a pretty good off season.
Been able to get a sense yet of Scott Huff, your new coach, offensive line coach, and what that's going to be like for him?
Well, week going into week 2, like it's been a good experience. Just getting to learn each other, getting to know each other, and just building that trust between each other.
Looking back on last year, what was it like for you getting hurt so early and trying to play through that? And you and Abe both kind of fighting that all season. How'd that kind of play out as the year went on when you reflect back on it?
I feel like it was a learning experience for me, because that was my first time like really missing time from football. So I feel like it taught me a lot about myself. Just trying to be a better teammate and continuing just to help the team any way I could.
What's been your impression of Mike Macdonald so far?
I love him. I feel like he brings a tenacity in the building. He's very blunt, to the point guy, and he just wants to get the job done at the end of the day.
What stood out about facing his defense last year in that Baltimore game? What did they do to kind of make things tough on you guys?
I would say last year versus Baltimore, um, they played solid defense, gap sound defense, um, and they played well like through the entire game. And they did a good job like controlling the offense.
I know you're still putting everything together, but what do you expect your offense to look like with new coordinators, new pieces?
Explosive, getting a lot of first downs, getting a lot of touchdowns, really setting the tempo against our opponents.
We heard Geno Smith and Tyler Lockett kind of talk about the complexity. There's a little more complexity this year than last. Is that also with you guys in the offensive line?
Yeah, it's definitely different from last year, but as far as like the offensive line perspective, um, similar schemes, just different words, different verbiage, and just getting to learn that.
Every team has something they want to work on, every position group. Offensively, for you guys on the offensive line, what do you think was the biggest thing that you took from last year that you're like, yeah, this has to get better?
Definitely just finishing in the red zone, having that certain mentality as a collective group as on the offensive line, and just playing as one.
What's a mentality that you're looking at having to finishing the red zone again, having offensive line mentality? Toughness finishing, tenacity, what is that?
Um, that's just playing tough. Um, Having that mentality that no one can stop us from getting in the red zone.
You said the offense is different. Is it anything like college and terminology similar?
The scheme's similar, like I said, but just different words and different verbiage for it.
You played with under Mike Leach and air raid system. Ryan Grubb has a lot of, high flying, a lot of explosive offense passing. What parallels do you think, like specifically the strategy you see from that to this?
I definitely see like us marrying the run and the pass together. Um, just keep having the explosive plays like running the ball and passing the ball, and just bring that together for the whole offense.
What was your reaction when you found out Pete wasn't going to be the coach and you get a new guy?
Honestly, I wasn't expecting it. But we have to be able to adjust and transition to what's next. Keep moving forward.
Through the 2 years you played with Pete, what is something that you learned from him that's stuck with you?
Just always competing. No matter what it is. Just always competing and trying to make the guy next to you better.
The crazy thing, it's been 2 years since you were drafted, and how the time's went by, and what are those guys that are about to be picked next year? What are they going through right now?
Probably anxious. Wanting to know where they'll end up at. Um, I know that's how I felt going through the process, and once they find out, we're just being excited and ready to get to work once they get to that point.
Since you got here, where have you improved most this season?
I definitely feel like I've improved in my run game, in my pass game, and just being like a better teammate.
How so? A better team.
Just being involved with the guys, really just getting to know him as a person and not a player. And really just like building trust and having that camaraderie as a team.
Last week, I think it was Shannon Motion said that the locker room got tighter with this coaching change. Do you agree with that? How so?
I definitely agree with that. You know, in this business, like it's different guys coming in and out of the locker room, and just welcoming new guys in, um, and just building that camaraderie, starting from the beginning, from last week.
When you got here, Gino was a guy who was coming in to compete for a job. Now he's, Pro Bowl quarterback going into his third year as a starter. How have you seen him change, maybe just as a leader compared to when you came in?
Gino's a great leader. I feel like Gino does a great job leading by example, being vocal, and really just bringing guys along with him, having that same mentality.
What do you mean by that? Bring guys along with him?
Just being able to like be together, having that same mentality, is like can't nobody mess with us. Like we're the best.